What's up, Summit County? Happy 2026. Welcome to our second episode ever. This is Up in Summit, a show about what's actually happening across all of Summit County. I'm Shiro. I'm a longtime Colorado transplant, big time skier, biker, and marketer.
And I'm Arielle. I'm a born and raised local business owner. Shout out to everything Colorado. Social skier, mountain biker, and community member. Here's what you can expect each episode. Conversation about local community and business headlines, as well as our favorite upcoming events. Whether you're a local, visit often, or passing through, this show is for people who care about mountain life. And if you have a tip, event, or idea, send us a message.
I think this is a pretty heated topic, but I was just scrolling Instagram yesterday, and there was a girl who posted a reel about her life in the mountains, and the top comment was, "You probably just moved up from Denver. You're not a true local." And she had commented back and said, "I've lived here for 3 seasons now." So it does raise the question, what does it really require to be called a local, or how can someone actually become a local as someone who's born and raised here?
Yeah, I think that this is a really interesting debate because, I've dealt with this my whole life where, you meet people and you're talking to them and you're trying to get to know them and you ask them where they're from and they say they're from here. But, it turns out they're actually from Chicago or the Midwest. But truly, it's a good question, what is a local? Because if we're all living the same life here or trying to live that life where we're paying the same rents. We are dealing with the snow. We're dealing with the influx of tourists during our main season and then the slowness of mud season. It's crazy. We went to the Dillon Forum meeting and there were people there. A bunch of people spoke about their experiences in Dillon, and everyone started by saying how long they've been here. And it's Dillon. So we know this is one of our major retirement communities because a lot of the people that live there, actually a lot of people that own houses around here, are older just because they have been here for so long. But yeah, people were saying, I've been here since 85 and since the 90s. And there was one lady that said, I really haven't been here that long. I moved here in 2005. And I'm like, dang, after 20 years, you still feel like you don't have the right to call yourself a local? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough. I'm obviously not born and raised here, and I've lived here, this fifth year this time around, and I did 2 years after college, so combined total of 7 years. And because of all the gatekeeping of this word, and also I obviously work as a marketing person, so my clients are not just in Colorado. Yeah, I just don't always feel like I'm a full-on local because of that reason, but I feel like at that point I should be able to say it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like you can say you're a resident the second you have housing here, or if your driver's license says that you live here, that's resident status. And maybe local status is after 2 years if we have to create some benchmarks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's it's a tough word and maybe it's the word. Everyone uses native, but I really don't like that word either because, I feel like that has deeper connotations. I don't know. I think it's really tough, but I think it's sad because if people come here and we have a lot of visitors, right? And they want to interact with locals, they're not going to think that if you've only been here for 2 years that you're not local. You are local, you live local, you're participating in the community. And yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. Maybe we need to think of a new word.
Yeah.
For someone that moves here. You can get a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Junior local.
I'm a freshman local.
Well, tell us what you think because, what does it really mean to be a local? Is it the second you have your ID? That you have an address here? Is it after 2 years? Is it after 20?
For me,
what do you think?
It's hard. For me, I try and think of things if I move to Hawaii because Hawaii is the place for me that I love so much, and I think a lot of people feel that way about Colorado. And if I moved to Hawaii, I would not call myself a local, even if I was there for 1 year, 2 years. I don't know if you can really ever call yourself a local in Hawaii unless you're from there. But yeah, I think there might need to be a new word.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you guys think. In other news, I think everyone's kind of heard this one already. Crazy that there was this potential shooter that Breckenridge police was able to arrest the other week. But yeah, this guy Zabik was posting on Facebook messages that he was basically going to like shoot people at Breckenridge Resort, and even saying times and dates, saying things like, "There's only 2 hours left. I'm going to shoot people at the resort." And luckily, two good Samaritans reported this, and the FBI reached out to local police, I believe. This guy's got a bad track record with over 30 arrests in Oklahoma. He's currently on a 25K bond. I feel like that's really not enough, and I really hope he doesn't get let out in the streets of Summit County anytime soon. That's freaking scary.
Yeah, I mean, I really commend the sheriff and the Summit County Police because I'm glad that they took this seriously. After seeing everything, it's like, why wouldn't we take this seriously? And I don't know, I think that they responded really well and they got it handled. And it's not like they're dealing with that all the time up here. We live in the mountains, so they're doing a lot more like rescues and whatnot. So I thought that they've actually handled a few of these things pretty well the past.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's like that was really good, police news, honestly. Like I'm really glad nothing happened. So that's good to hear. In other news, this isn't specifically about Summit County, but it's really related to ski culture in Colorado. I'm sure everyone knew that the Telluride Ski Patrol was on strike, and Telluride had to suspend their services for maybe it was like 2 weeks, not a little less than 2 weeks, 10 days maybe. I think it started on the 27th. But with good news, they actually did meet again, and they have landed on an agreement between Ski Patrol and the resort. And so the strike has ended. The Ski Patrol was able to get a 23% increase over the resort's original offer when they were, requesting increased wages. However, they did not meet the original wage request or get any healthcare benefits. But still, it was good to see that they landed on a deal. The ski resort was able to open, and that means, people visiting, the business coming in, local businesses can, keep things going as usual versus like having a closed ski resort, which means people are going to cancel their trip and etc. So that was good to see. It's still crazy that like I'm curious if you're a ski patroller and you get hurt on the job and an ambulance or God forbid a helicopter comes to pick you up, since they don't have health care, like does that come out of pocket?
Well, if you're on the job, it's probably workers' comp.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That would be my guess.
Got it. Yeah,
as an HR professional.
Any ski patrollers out there, let us know what actually happens. But yeah, it's good to see a slight win for the community of Telluride, and then the ski patrol team as well. Similar news: the town of Eldora officially buys Eldora Resort for like $120 million. I think it's a really cool story. I need to do a little more research on like what that actually means when the town owns the ski resort versus, private corporation, or in Telluride's case, one dude. But I feel like that's a big kind of win for Eldora. What are your thoughts, Arielle?
Yeah, I think it's so cool that the town bought the ski resort because I think that's going to keep it very authentic and keep it at its core and what it's all about. I actually had a friend the other day reached out to me and they asked me what I thought about Telluride and the strike. Obviously, if you know ski patrollers, like I call them the mountain fairies, like they go around and they make the mountain safe. If you're not paying attention, like look for them. They're always out and about. They're helping people. They're fixing everything. They set it up. They take it down. Like they're so important. And so obviously I'm on the side of the ski patrollers, but knowing something that has, I think, like impeded ski culture, and I'm not trying to hate on real estate, but I do think that in my mind, like real estate is one of the things that is coming to head with skiing, and it's making it inaccessible. And Chuck Horning bought Telluride like 25 years ago for $21 million. So in my mind, like the way I was thinking about it is, yeah, like someone had said to me, why doesn't the town of Telluride just buy the mountain? Which would be great, right? But even if they bought it for $120 million, like Eldora, which it's probably worth way more than Eldora, now they have a $120 million loan that they have to pay off. So like, where do they get the money to now increase everyone's wages as well? So I was thinking about it and I was like, obviously Chuck and Teleski needed to come to the table and actually bring them an offer that was reasonable. But sometimes you have to think about that is like adding another $100 million to the price tag is going to make it that much more expensive. So yeah, I mean, I'm stoked about Eldora, and I am actually really interested on like how they're paying for it because yeah, I think if more towns could buy their resorts, I think that'd be in a lot of people's best interest. Although it also like begs to differ like how well that town is run because, you know,
Yeah.
it's government.
I'm really curious to see how that pans out for Eldora and Netherland, the town of Netherland as well. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it feels like it's good news.
Yeah.
Related to other good news, someone who grew up, in a bigger city at sea level, grew up going to bakeries my whole life. Denver has a few good bakeries too. But yeah, I'm really excited. We went to Threefold yesterday to check out the new hype around the new bakery in Breckenridge, and it lived up to it for sure. I don't know if you have more to say, Arielle.
Yeah, so Threefold Bakery was open in Breck. I mean, I'm excited to have an authentic bakery in town. We do have a few other bakeries like the French bakery, so definitely go there too. One thing, the coffee was so good. We each got cappuccinos and they were amazing. We each got a croissant and then we split a sandwich. Yeah, it's just nice to have something that is authentic. It's definitely a little bit of like a luxury bakery. I think that it's welcome, and Breck has the population and the influx to support it, which is honestly like every business that comes to town. I always pray for them because it can be hard having a business up here. And Matt, one of the owners, he has shown that he knows how to run an incredible business. So I'm really stoked to have something, especially with a foundation that they can, I think, sustain.
Yeah, it definitely passed my croissant test. My friend Quinn,
Same, it's so good.
who's French, will probably get mad at me
It's
because I
next
still
level.
probably pronounced it incorrectly. But yeah, it was a good croissant, and that's my bakery taste test
Yeah.
always wherever
I
I go.
mean, that's like another reason I'm glad we don't live in Breck because I feel like I would be thinking about it every day. One of my best friends said that she's like, we've been getting it every morning, and I'm like, I can't have that. That would be bad. Did you know that they broke ground in Frisco on a new building?
Is that the construction that's coming up on Main Street?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, Foot's Rest, which is like a little, they have fudge and ice cream, and it's like a little candy shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's been around forever. It's a historical building. They are building on the lot next to it, and it's going to be a luxury hotel with shops and businesses. And I think it's going to take like 2 years to build. However, a lot of the nearby businesses are reaching out and saying that they're seeing a drop in traffic because there's a sidewalk closure and the construction. And so it's kind of deterring people from going to the other end of the street. So I think around like third to Fifth Avenue is a bit of a mess right now. So if you are in Frisco, please know that you can just cross the street and go to the side where Rivers is, and you can still go down and go to the like High Side Brewing, and you can go to the toy store and all that good stuff. So they're all those businesses are still open.
That's a good tip. Yeah, I saw that article on Summit Daily, I think.
Yeah.
So.
There's also a few new businesses in Copper. Have you heard about them?
No.
So there's Superfruit, which is a smoothie shop, but they have coffee, and they have some warm stuff too, like burritos, breakfast burritos, and they have a grab and go. They have like avocado toast, so definitely stop into there. Moon Fries, which is you can get different French fries at the base in Center Village. And Argento's Empanadas is opening up soon, right across from Sauce in Copper in Center Village as well. And have you heard about I'm sure you've heard of it, the new luxury real estate development in Keystone? Kindred is opening soon too. However, it's been delayed.
So
We never liked
to the spring herbs, right?
Well, they said mid-January, but we're almost to mid-January. I went on their website last night because they don't have like an opening date, which again is a little scary, but they didn't have any openings on their website till March. So, but they're probably just being careful not to, let people book until they know they're ready. But that'll be exciting because it looks very fancy.
What did you say?
It looks very fancy.
Francais?
Fancy. Fancy.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Someone said that, I heard someone say that nobody that's fancy actually says fancy. It's kind of, they said it's a trashy word.
Interesting. What else you got? I know you're the events person.
All right. So, some events going on in Copper. We have Rev Tour from this week, Monday to Friday, January 12th to the 17th. We have half pipe, slopestyle, and big air competitions. So that's kind of fun. Every Tuesday, you can get free snowboard and ski waxing with Snow for Life at Highside Brewing from 5 to 8 p.m. The earlier you come, the sooner your skis getting put in line. This Thursday, January 15th, Women of the Summit is having a coffee meetup at Bluebird Market from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. So that's a fun networking opportunity. Also just a way to meet other women in the community, which, I don't know, I really love things like this because I think it's showing like how progressive our community is becoming to make friends and meet people and connections. So I really enjoy things like this. Also, comedy has officially come to Summit because we have comedy shows all around the county. We have one in Frisco at Highside on Wednesday, January 14th from 8 to 10 p.m. Keystone is hosting a winter comedy series starting Friday, January 23rd from 8 to 10 p.m. And Breck Distillery is having a comedy night starting January 24th from 7 to 9. And all those have more dates coming, so take a look and see when you want to go to a show. Last, Breck Snow Sculptures are coming back January 24th to February 3rd. So that's an international competition. It's really cool. So it's really fun to go see those.
Awesome. It's a good wrap up. I'm excited for Rev Tour for sure. It's a competition for the amateurs and the youth, so ages 13 through 19. Some of the best in the world that are going to be competing in those different events. So slopestyle, pipe, etc. So should be really fun. And then yeah, I've gone to the wax night a lot at Highside. It's great. Definitely tip the waxing staff, but it's a great way to just hang out, grab a couple locally brewed beers, and get your skis tuned and waxed. So yeah, check it out.
All right, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is Up in Summit.
This is Up in Summit.